Morning, everybody. I'm going to give it a minute or two for everybody to join us, and I'm going to finish setting up. All right? Hi, Lainey. I know. You're looking for your treat. Hold on. All right. Here. Oh, I have a couple on there. Good morning, guys. I'm just finishing setting up here. I have lots of cords today, so I'll probably trip over one at some point in time, I have a feeling. Alright, here we go. Turn that on. There that is. I was looking for my keyboard. Okay, almost ready, guys. Sorry. I was running a little behind this morning. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to try to pull you guys up on my touchpad so I can read your comments. This is a Cricut tutorial today. If you don't have a Cricut, you can still do glass etching just with a stencil, okay? Easier with a vinyl, like a sticky stencil. You can purchase them. Even the Dollar Tree has stencils, or I shouldn't say stencils, vinyls that stick. So you'll kind of just do the reverse, which is take the letters out and use the background. So that can be your sticky stencil. Let me just see if I can pull you guys up here. Hopefully we don't have the problems that we had yesterday. Fingers crossed. Because that was a pain yesterday. Alright. 1 second, and then I will go over everything that we need for today. There I am. I didn't have my full cup of coffee, so I'm just not awake. I'm supporting the morning grind, so if you live in Johnstown, PA, our friend owns that. Friends, I should say. So, good cup of coffee. I'll give them a little shout out today. Send them the bill later, right? Alright, guys. So I should be getting your comments. Good morning, Tara. Good morning, Denise. Awesome. Alright. So I'm going to go over everything with you guys about what you need for this project, and then I'll move you a little bit closer to my computer screen. So, today, I'm going to lift you up here so my face isn't cut off. I feel lost. I didn't put my little hairband in today, and my head feels weird. So, it's like I'm naked. I don't like this. Okay, so we're doing the glass etching, which is what my husband and I, God bless him, because he did most of it, did all the etching on all of our glasses for our wedding party. So this is how they turned out. This is the men's, this is his, and then I did the wine glass for myself, which is in the dishwasher, so. But this is what the groomsmen mugs looked like. So I'm going to be teaching you how to do the etching. Like I said, you do not have to have a Cricut to do this project. You can easily go to the Dollar Tree, and I love their vinyl, sticky vinyl stuff, and you can actually use that as your stencil on your glass. So just if you see the Cricut, don't panic and say, I can't do this project because I don't have a Cricut. You can either order a stencil or get a friend if they have a Cricut to cut one out for you, okay? Or you can go to the dollar store or Walmart. I'm sure that everybody has the vinyl decals now for stuff. So you just want to make sure you find the right size to fit on whatever you're doing. Now, I am doing, just because I didn't really have anything else to do, I have some picture frames. Picture frames are a good one. So if you guys have like an old glass mirror or a picture frame sitting around that you're just like, I don't use this anymore, it's in the cubby or in the attic, you can bring that down and actually use the etching on that, because anything glass. So everything with a flat surface works easier. These, when we bought everything in our heads, like for our wedding, we were like, oh, we're gonna make the wine glass for the girls and the beer mugs for the guys. and that's a great idea, and it turned out good, thank goodness. But I'm just going to tell you guys right now, anything round is hard, okay? So if you pick something to etch, maybe especially for your first time, I would pick something flat, okay? Just because it's hard to get that vinyl perfectly on there without any wrinkles, any creasing, or anything flat, and then the etching, okay? So it is harder to do on a rounder surface, but it is possible, as you see, okay? So I did pick, I have a whole bunch of these little canisters that I use for like our coffee and our tea downstairs, and I was like, oh, I could decorate one of these today. I'll use one of these for my videos. So this is nice and flat, which is a plus. Okay, it'll just make my life easier for this video. So I'm going to be just putting a little tea decal on here that I created on my Cricut. And it's a really cute thing. I just wanted something really simple that just said tea, because our all of our tea bags and everything are usually in this one. So I figured I'll just make that. And I'll probably later make one with coffee and all that kind of stuff on. So, but this is what I'm using, and these you can buy really cheap. I think they come in like a couple packs, or I think the dollar store even has them in different sizes. I don't know if they have them quite this big, but they do have stuff like this. Okay, so the Dollar Tree has stuff. Alright guys, so you'll need that. You'll need this etching. I use the Armor Etch. I'm sure there's different brands out there, but I use this, and this seems to work really, really well. Okay, you'll need that or something like it, and it is kind of pricey. I think it's like 14, 15 bucks. Don't quote me on that. It's been a while since I bought it. This is old, so hopefully it works today. We're gonna find out. But I've had this for quite a while. And then I need just a regular paintbrush, okay, no chip brush, just regular soft paintbrush today. And it can be like a disposable one if you want to. And like I said, I'm using my Cricut, so I have my computer and I have my Cricut. I have my mat, which is my just standard grip. This is my favorite one to use, okay, just my standard grip mat. And when I do decals and stuff, like when I'm just using them for stencils and painting, I don't want to use my good expensive vinyl from the store, like my good Cricut vinyl. So I go to the Dollar Tree and I get the, just like the cupboard or drawer stuff. Okay, and this is vinyl. It is vinyl. So this gets me through a lot. I can make a billion of these if I want, and this is just $1. So thank you, Debbie. Good morning, Donna. Yeah, you guys can share. Please share. Definitely. Thank you. But yeah, these are just the like vinyl that goes in your cupboard drawers, or you know, anything like in your house, and they're like $1 a piece at the dollar store. So this is the stuff that I use when I do decals. I've never used it on glass, so I'm crossing my fingers today that it sticks to glass as well as it sticks to the wood and stuff that I've used it on before, so we'll find out, okay? When I first made all of my bridal party stuff, me and my husband, when we made that, we used the expensive Cricut vinyl because I was new to Cricut. I wasn't quite sure, and I just bought what I thought I needed, and I spent a lot more money than just $1. So lesson learned. You can use this to make stencils out. That way you just peel it off, throw it away, and your fillings aren't hurt because it was $1 and you have tons of it left. So if I'm trying something, or if I'm not quite sure stencil works, I use this first, and then I do my good Cricut vinyl if it's something that I need it for. So just a little hint there, okay? So I did use this, and I already cut it out, but I will walk you guys through everything because I've had this laying around for a while. I wanted to make sure it was still good and still would work. So I'm going to move you guys to my computer, okay? And I think, oh, you also need water. Sorry, I didn't finish going over what you'll need. You'll need a bin. I have a bin over here of water that I'll bring over after I'm all done, because you will need to rinse this off, and it'll be a 5-minute time slot, okay? So you'll put your armor on, and then you'll need to rinse it off within 5 minutes. So make sure you're somewhere close to water, okay? You'll also need your squeegee. I have my weeding tool, which is my X-Acto knife still, because I still can't find my weeding tool. And you'll just need your regular Cricut blade, your normal everyday Cricut blade. You don't need a fancy one. And scissors or anything to cut with if you have, okay? Alright guys, so I'm going to move you to my computer real quick and show you the computer screen, and we'll go over that, okay? So, sorry, moving you again today. I'm going to unplug you for a second. Alright, and adjust you here. Maybe. If this thing will work. We're going to find out. Alright, and grab one of these. Okay, so you guys are looking, there we go, that's a little bit better, at my computer screen. Okay, And hopefully I can pull this up on, I don't think it's going to let me for some reason. It is not. Let me see if I'm connected right. I have you guys up on my TV screen because when you're looking at my screen, I can't see it, if that makes sense. Let's see. I don't think it's going to work. Okay, so I'm just going to go on the side here. So if you guys are looking, what is my computer doing? My husband just fixed my computer because it was like literally falling apart the other day. And now it's deciding to sleep on me or something. Okay, give me a second. You know how my videos go. If you guys watched me before, something always happens. That takes me like an hour to get something fixed. It's my luck. Okay. I'm gonna turn it off and turn it back on. Okay, it was working 5 seconds ago. Give me 1 second, you guys. Alright, you guys were my witness. It was on. It was working. So, you know, I'm just gonna go with the flow here. Find a cord. I have about 1 billion things plugged in over here. So if you guys see like a spark and like a bomb go off or something, it's just my cords, you know. Alright, hopefully this thing works. There we go. Okay, it's turned back on. Whew! I'm running on a prayer over here today. Alright, let's see. Oh, I have a couple comments. Hi, Ellie. Denise, hi. Good morning, Becky. Oh, awesome. Small world, right? Hopefully you guys can hear me because I had my phone kind of sitting there. Goofy. Let me see if I can find something to pin this up here. I still did not get my phone stand and it's killing me. It is killing me. Great. I'm just going to do this. Alright, I'm just going to clamp you guys up here. I'm using like a whole bunch of different things to hold my phone today, so just bear with me again. Once I have my stand, it'll be so much easier. Alright, let's see here. Oops. Hard typing from the side. Okay, so here we're back on, thank goodness. Okay, so as you see, this is my Cricut program. I just went into the new, okay, and I created this, and I went down to text and just found a couple texts that I like, okay. So what I did was just put on there what I want my etch to be on my canister, okay. So sorry guys, I'm using my finger instead of my mouse. But, so I just designed that earlier today, right before I went on here, and I just made sure it was going to be the right size for my canister. So you kind of got to measure and stuff, okay? And it's hard for me to sit here and tell you guys exactly what size you'll need because everybody's project is probably different sizes. So that's what I want on my canister. So I'm all set up, all ready to go. So what I'm going to do is go over here. Hopefully you guys can see this. I'm going to move you back a little bit. There we go. You're going to go over here to the make it because I attached it. Now that's another thing. You actually, I wanted to show you this too. So I'm going to go back right here. So right now it's all separate little things. Okay. So I want to make sure I'm going to highlight it all. Okay. And then I'm going to go over here, align, and I want to make sure it's all perfectly aligned. So I'm going to go over here and go center. And it'll center it all, which was already done. But just to give you guys an idea, if I move this over here, that over there, okay, and say, okay, now I just need to center it, I'm going to highlight it all, okay, I'm going to go align, center horizontally, and it'll throw it all back into that same exact alignment, okay. So after that, I want to make sure, I'm going to turn you back over here, I want to make sure that it's all connected. Okay, so I'm going to hit the attach, the little paper clip button. I hit attached. So now instead of just one thing moving at a time, this whole, maybe, there we go, whole thing will move together. So it's one thing, okay? It's one item. So that's what you want to make sure, because if not, Cricut will process it as it's going to try to save you as much room and as much vinyl as it can, which is a nice thing about Cricut, because then it kind of just transforms it all. So it'll just put it in a line because it's thinking, okay, I'm saving you room. But when you really want it to be all in one design or one way, you have to make sure you attach it, okay? And you can always detach it. You just hit that same button, okay? So now that it's all attached, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to hit make it because I'm ready to make it. It's going to bring it up on the mat, and it's hard for you guys to see. It's actually you can see it pretty well. So if I didn't attach this, this would all be in just one line. It would just be like Old Country brand, and then it would have T and then the lines. So you got to make sure that's attached. All right. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay, right? Okay. So I am going to move you back over here, and right in here there is the continue. So I don't need to touch anything. I don't need to reverse the lettering or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and hit continue, and it's going to make sure that my maker, which is okay, sound good. Thank you, Becky. I just had you guys against the stand again, and I wasn't sure. I was like, watch them not know what I'm saying. But anyway, so I made sure that it was ready to make, and then it is connected to my maker, which is good, okay? It'll tell you there if not. So for the Dollar Tree vinyl, when you're cutting with that, you can't just use the regular vinyl because it'll actually cut out the background too of that vinyl. So it's a lot thinner than normal vinyl. So here's a little tip. If you do want to use the Dollar Tree, you need to go into browse all materials, and this took me a while to figure out because there were so many materials and they're all different settings. So I searched foil because to me I was thinking, okay, what is another thing that's extremely like thin and real easy to rip, because their vinyl is kind of easy to rip from the Dollar Tree. So I was trying to match it to something that was thin like that, and I'm thinking, okay, well, tissue paper. So I tried the tissue paper, and you have to use the rotary blade for that, and it just didn't work. So then I was like, okay, well, what else? How about foil? So I looked up foil, and I just did the regular. Of course, it's probably not going to pop up for me like it did before. Let me go down, get this. Give me 1 second to find it. Let me try it again. I don't think it's on here. No. Alright, when I searched it last time, it popped right up, so just give me 1 second. Of course, right? Foil, and there are different types of foil. I just use regular, just said literally foil. I should have saved it as one of my favorites, and I didn't. So let me go down, let me find it. Ah, has to be in here somewhere. Maybe not. Okay, hang on 1 second. I know it's on here because I just literally used it 5 seconds ago when I cut this out. All materials, maybe because I need to go into that. Okay. Aluminum. Okay, so here it is. So I use the aluminum foil because if you sit there and kind of like play with aluminum foil, it is kind of like real brittle. It'll just kind of break. So I just used aluminum foil, which I'm going to star now as one of my favorites, so I have it for next time. And then I'm going to hit done. Okay. And then I'm going to leave it at default. It worked okay on default. I tried it first on default thinking I might have to use the lighter pressure, but it worked good. Okay, so I just used default, and then it tells you what tools you need and what you need to do. So right now my machine's blinking, saying it's ready to go. So the next step you would do is put your vinyl which I already did this just to save some time today. But you would just need to put your vinyl on your mat, which is what I already did. I loaded it, it cut it out already. So I'm already on that next step with it already being cut out. Just to save time today, and I wanted to make sure it was going to work okay. So after it's all cut out, I weeded it. Okay, and if you guys can see that, it's already weeded out. All right, so this is just my stencil, decal, whatever you want to call it, that's already all ready to go. All right, so I just wanted to show you how I did that on the Cricut software before I went on to the next step. All right, so now if you're just using a regular decal from like the Dollar Tree or wherever, you don't need to watch the Cricut part of this. You can just start out where we're going to start out now. Okay, so I'm going to move you guys back up here. Maybe, or actually I might keep you here and just adjust this. So just give me 1 second. I didn't think this part through because I'm actually needing to sit to show you guys how to do some of this stuff now. So just hang in there with me for a second. I'm going to get you adjusted. I'm going to move my computer out of the way so I don't spill any of the water on it. I need like 5 tables in this place because I never have enough room. Alrighty. So I'm just going to face you guys towards me now. Alright, hello! Alright, so I'm going to scooch all this out of the way. I'm going to close my Cricut up. So that's pretty much how you use that with a Cricut. It's just pretty easy with that. And now I'm going to actually show you guys how to etch, okay? I didn't want to take all the time to show you how to print it out on the Cricut, because if you have a Cricut, you already know how to print out and weed. So that's kind of self-explanatory. So I have you guys there now. Okay, so I'm going to grab my mat, and I will need transfer paper. I think I missed that when I said I was going over things. So I'm going to grab my transfer paper, which is my old piece from yesterday's project. I just clipped a little piece off of it. And I am going to grab my canister, okay, and my etching glass, or my etching, and my paintbrush, okay. So now that I have all of that, and I'm going to move my tub of water over here too, so it's ready. So I usually do this at my sink, however, I needed to show you guys on the Cricut, and it was too hard to just put everything in the kitchen. So I just have a big tub of water here next to me, which I will need, okay. Let's see. Yes, Becky, me too. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Yes, Ellie, yes. It's working. It's going good today. Thank goodness. All right, guys. So I do have my little piece of transfer paper. I have my decal stencil already printed out. So what I'm going to do is I just need to take my stencil and I need to put it on my jar here, okay, my canister. So I'm going to kind of just do this a little differently. Usually I take this off of there, but the backing of this is kind of flimsy. So I'm just going to do it this way. Fingers crossed, hopefully it works. It's like I said, this stuff's kind of old. All right, I'm just going to kind of put that on there. And this is just using the transfer paper like you normally would use transfer paper. Nothing different about that. And I'm just pulling that off of there, which good, it's coming off. So this is taking my, kind of move you guys down. This is taking my decal off of the background. It's actually working really well, so that's good. Today might be a good day. All right, so there's that. Okay, that's my little decal. And you guys could even use stickers and stuff for this too. I'm sure it would work. So all the stuff that's cut out here, this is using as a stencil, okay? So this, whatever's not filled in is what's going to get etched. So you want to be careful. You don't want to etch the whole way around this. You don't want to just be sloppy and just stick it on the whole front of your jar, because then it's not going to just be the letters, it's going to be the whole outside. So I'm going to place this on there as even as I can, and centered as I can, I should say. And hopefully it sticks. We're going to find out. And I'm not going to be perfect with this because it's just for me. So, and I'm going to just squeegee that on there. because now I want that vinyl to stick and I want to take off the transfer paper. Let's see. Oh, you want a Cricut? Oh, yeah. I mean, if you do a lot of crafting, they're worth it. My husband, I looked at one for, I don't know, probably like 6 months, and I am the cheapest person you will ever meet. Like, I am so cheap. Like, I just don't spend money. I'm a saver. I like to save, and I don't spend money on myself. I'm just really bad. Now, if it's a gift for somebody else, I'm okay, but I don't spend money on myself. And my husband tried to talk me into buying one for myself, and I just kept saying, no, I don't need it. Like, I don't do a lot of that kind of stuff. Well, of course, you know, my husband, being the sweetheart that he is, an amazing sweetheart, he went out and bought me a Cricut for Christmas, and he just said, now you have one, and now you can do your crafting. And and I'm glad he did. I'm glad he did, because I would have never bought it for myself. If you're cheap like me, it's hard. But I hope you get one. Definitely tell your family, like, hey, nobody buy me anything for Christmas or my birthday. Just all go together and buy me a Cricut for like the next couple, you know, occasions. That might work, Ellie. Amy, let's see. I have a Cricut, but I don't know how to use it. Oh, well, you can watch my videos. I did the basic Cricut tutorial like a week or two ago on just how to explain everything, all the different blades. I did that, and then all my videos are pretty much just simple Cricut stuff, because honestly I have not gotten into like the major like Cricut stuff. I've used fabric once, and that was to do my masks, and then now I know vinyl and stuff pretty well, but other than that, I haven't gotten into it either myself. So don't be afraid, just jump in, go buy the Dollar Tree vinyl if you're really worried about it. If you're not sure if you want to spend a lot of money, if you don't know what you're doing yet, go buy the Dollar Tree vinyl and use the setting that I had on here. And then that way you can at least teach yourself. You're not hurting anything. You're not using anything other than spending like $1. So it'll help you that way. But I hope I can. If you have any questions, let me know. Absolutely. That's why I'm here. I try to answer everything. Or if I can, I figure it out. Let's see. Oh, yes. I hope he does too. I hope he buys you one. Let's see. Hi, Shannon. The pattern part. Yes, it's like shelving paper, Shannon. You're exactly right. So I used my Cricut, and I did a special setting on my Cricut for the, I kind of had to figure it out myself there, because there was no special setting for cupboard liner. So I had to go on and figure it out. But I used the foil, aluminum foil setting. So if you need to go back and watch this video, it'll be available to watch too after I'm done going live. But yeah, use the foil setting, and you can get the vinyl from the Dollar Tree, the cupboard liner vinyl, whatever it is, from the Dollar Tree. Yes, yes it is. I used it like a while ago. I have a whole bunch of it. And I was redoing a dresser, and I bought it for the dresser, and I didn't like it. And then one day I was like, oh, I could probably use that for my, like, just stencil stuff. And it does work. And it is sticking to the glass. It's just taking me a little bit longer, because it wants to kind of come up like any vinyl, you know. I just don't want to rip it off and then ruin a piece of this. And especially when you're using etch. You don't want any little mistakes on your vinyl, because then you'll see them on the etch. And you can't really fix etch. There's no going back and kind of erasing it, or, you know, fixing it up with paint. It is what it is after you have it on here. Alright, let's see. Yeah, you're welcome, Shannon. No problem. Caroline, hi. Awesome. Welcome. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Alright. So there are a couple things here I just kind of see that are a little crooked that I do want to fix before I start etching, which will take me just a second to do that. Alright guys, almost done here. Ooh, I'm ripping. Definitely rip that. Just hold that down and pull it, and I think it'll be okay. Alright. Okay, so I'm putting, that's still usable. This is my transfer paper from yesterday's project on the big sign, and it's still really sticky. So I'm going to keep using it. Alright, so I'm just going to smooth down everything here And you can see how hard that would be to put on a really round glass like we did for our wedding. I don't know what we were doing. As soon as I did the first one, I should have went out and bought flat things. Because I was crazy for our wedding. I don't know. I just didn't care. I was going to make it work. So, that's what it looks like. Okay, that's your little stencil. All right. So I'm just going to flip that. I'm going to just fix anything that I need, to fix on here. There's some things that are just a little crooked that I just don't like, and I don't know if that's just how the lettering is or I just don't like it. There we go. That looks better. Okay. All right, everything else looks good. Here's a little off. I'm not going to worry about that though. I think it'll be okay. All right, so I'm just making sure all my edges of all the letters and everything are pressed down. You don't want any lumps. You don't want any creases because that will show really, really well with the etching. Etching is kind of watery, so it gets into all the little spots there. All right, everything looks good. So I'm going to grab my etching. All right, let me catch up on comments here. Let's see. Shannon, I have the Maker. Yes, I have the Maker Cricut. I never used any other one, so I can't tell you the difference or, the different qualities about each one. I just have the Maker. And like I said, I'm honestly, I've only had it for like a year, so maybe a little over a year now. And I don't know everything about it because there's so much stuff to know about them. Let me see. Oh, so you've been to studio, you awesome. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of stuff there. I'm actually going to be taking another load up here soon after all this is done. I'm sure she's probably like, oh my goodness, don't bring any more stuff. But yeah, it's a nice little store. It's awesome. It's awesome. All right, and you have a few of my pieces. That's awesome. Thank you so much for supporting. That makes me feel so good. Thanks. Let's see. Dollar Tree also sells 2-packs thin plastic cutting sheets. Oh, really? I did not know that. That is so cool. Thank you, Ellie. I'll have to look. I'm going to go look. That is awesome. I did not know that. Oh, I'm so excited now. I'm gonna have to make a trip for the Dollar Tree. Thank you for sharing. I am Catherine. I hope you're well too. Everything seems to be going good here at our household, and I hope everybody else is too. Fingers crossed everybody's still healthy. Let's see. The other one. Okay, you have the other one. Awesome. Yeah, and I don't even know. I didn't really look into anything because, like I said, I didn't really want to buy one for myself. My husband kind of went out, researched a little bit, and bought me this one. So I'm happy with it, and I love it. And I'm sure they're not. You know how new phones come out every like 5 days or something stupid, so I'm sure they're a lot alike. I didn't really look up the differences, but that's awesome. That's so awesome. Oh, do you sell some stuff at Studio U? Oh my goodness, what do you make there? I love all of her stuff. Like, everybody's so creative. She picked out some creative people. She definitely did. That's amazing. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and shake this up. Maybe if I can get this lid off. There we go. It's definitely child-proof. Let's see. Sharing. Yes, we are. I love the sharing the crafty info. It's awesome. It's so cool. And like I've been on a couple, and I'm sure you guys probably found me on like Facebook pages, and it's hard to find Facebook pages that let you share your content. Like, and I don't understand that because honestly, they're making money off of what you're sharing because they have so many views and so many shares and so many posts on their Facebook that they're making money off of what you're sharing. So why do they care if you advertise? See, and that kills me. Like, not that I'm a selfish person, not that I like stick my logo out there and say, hey, everybody look at me. I like to share what I know. And I've had a couple Facebook pages where they'll deny the post. I've had mean messages sent back to me saying like, don't you dare advertise on here. I'm like, okay, I just was sharing. I don't make money off of anything, but okay. But yeah, that's how I am. I don't care. If you guys have questions, I'm going to answer them. Everybody needs to like share what they know. It's just knowledge. It's what you're supposed to do, right? but it's crazy. Yeah. All right, so I'm glad that we all share on this page. It's pretty awesome. All right. It is rude. It is. I had one the other day that I shared. I think it was just a picture. It wasn't even like I shared anything like crazy. It wasn't like an advertisement ad or anything. It was literally, I just shared my picture from my Junk to Gems Facebook page, and the lady messaged me and said, "You're not allowed to do that." I'm like, oh, okay, I won't. Then I'll just not support your group. I don't know. But yeah, exactly. You have to. That's what it is. It's fun. I mean, I teach classes. Like, you gotta teach people. It's fun. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start my etching here. All right, and I'm just going to use a little bit. Now, this is important because you do have to make sure you have everything covered. So after I have all this on here, it's going to take 5 minutes. Okay, and I'm going to just set my timer, or watch this actually. Okay, so I have like about a minute to put this on there, and then we'll wait 5 minutes and I'll wash it off. So when you're doing etching, just be careful, but you want to get all, and it's kind of clear, so it's kind of hard to see. I get kind of a big thing of it. And you want to go all one way first, okay? So I'm just going to go down first. And yes, it will start to clump. Don't panic. It's actually supposed to do that. That's just because the etching is actually working. So it's kind of just taking all that glass off of there where you're telling it to. So I'm going down in one motion the whole way down, and I'm just going to keep going in one motion because I don't want to forget what I did. Okay, just real lightly, real close at the end there. I should have let that vinyl a little bit longer just to be safe. So that's all good on there. So now that I went that way, I'm going to go this way now. Okay, and I am going to add just a little bit of etch here each time I do this. So now I'm just going this way, all one way, because what I'm doing is I'm making sure I have every line and every shape of that letter covered. Okay, because if not, sometimes it doesn't get it or you'll miss a spot. All right, so now I have it that way. I'm going to go the opposite way, get a little bit more etch, and go this way now. Okay, just like that. And it is starting to go because it is kind of getting clumpy. So I'm just going to go that way, and then I'm going to go up. All right, just making sure I'm hitting every angle of all of those letters. Sorry guys, I'll read your comments in a second here. I just don't want to miss anything here. Perfect. So I went each way, and I am even going to go this way a little bit. So after you hit every angle, you can kind of just go, you know, over it anyway. You're not going to hurt it. All right. So that's on there really good. I'm just going to add a little bit more here. Kind of just scooping it on, making sure it's on there really good. So this needs to set about 5 minutes then, okay? And I'm just going to keep going over it. Check my time here. Okay. Another minute or so. Let's see. Hi, Leisha. Good morning. Let's see. Yeah, you're welcome. No problem. I love teaching. Hi, Becky. To get some of the... Yeah, etching. It's a good thing to have. It's like one of those things that you don't think about doing a project with. Because I know me, like I didn't really think about doing anything with it until I saw the glasses for my wedding party. Lainey, don't bark. Lainey's barking at somebody. Oh my. Alright guys, so that's on there good. Okay, I'm going to let that sit here for another minute or two. Get my 5 minutes in. And it just depends. You don't have to leave it. I'm impatient. Sometimes I wash it off at 3 and it's still fine. But I'll leave it set for the 5 minutes that it tells me. Let's see. Elizabeth, I am not sure. I know etching is made for glass. And it does just say glass etching cream on here. So anything metal, I don't think so. You can try it. It might work. It might, I'm not sure, but it does say glass. So there might be stuff that you can buy for metal, and I would just research that. I never did anything with metal before like that, so I would research it and maybe check, and you might be able to. It might work. I'm not sure. You might just have to leave it on longer. I mean, if it eats through glass, it's pretty strong, so that's why don't get it on your fingers or anything. I've gotten it on my fingers before, and it's been okay, but you never know. All right, sorry I couldn't answer your question. I'm not quite sure. Let's see. Good morning, Alicia. Doing how to do this. Yeah, you're welcome, Elizabeth. Absolutely. Thanks for sharing. Oh, Shannon, that's okay. It's all right. Just keep trying. Trust me. When I first did it on the wine glass, one of my wine glass, I had to buy extra ones because I messed, I don't know how many up. I messed probably like 5 or 6 up. Whoops, it happens. Let's see here. Oh, that's okay, Mom. It's all right. Okay, let's see. All right, so I think we should be pretty good. I'm going to dip this. I'm going to turn you guys around here to my tub of water, my fancy tub of water, and I'm just going to rinse this off really well. Okay, I'm just going to use my hand. I've used my hand before and it hasn't done anything to me, so I think we're good. And I'm making sure that's all off of there. Okay, looks pretty good. Oh, I didn't even think this is a clear tub. I'm glad I picked a clear one so you guys could see. See, things happen for reasons. Okay, so I got that all off, and you can feel it doesn't take long to get it off. It just rinses it off. There's nothing on there. I'm just making sure because I don't want to leave anything on there, and it won't hurt to leave it in the water. It's too dilated to do anything. So there's that. Okay, so that's stuck on there really well. And this is Dollar Tree vinyl, and it's still really on there even through water. So A+ on that vinyl, or the drawer liner, or whatever you want to call it. I call it vinyl because I'm so used to that word. All right, guys. So I have that. I'm gonna get my towel, and I'm gonna dry this off really well. And I'm gonna actually make sure before I take my decal off that it's on there and that it did its job before I take it off and then have to go back and redo it. All right, so I'm going to dry it off, and when it's wet, when your glass is wet, if you have anything that's etched, when it's wet, you don't see it. So it's like, oh my goodness, did it work or did it not? So I'm going to air dry it for a couple seconds, and then it'll be able to, you can tell then if it worked, okay? I can show you guys because it is drying. So scoot you back over here and put my paintbrush in that water so I don't get it ruined. All right. So if you look, it might be really hard to see on here, but if you look, you can kind of see it changing. So it'll look frosty, okay? And I'm just gonna kind of take a little corner. I'll do this corner because it's easy. I'm just gonna take a little corner of this off. Oops, if you guys can see. There we go. And I'm just gonna peel it back to see if it worked. And it looks like it did. See how the glass is frosted there? It looks like it worked, so that's awesome. And if you, this is a good way to test it. If you pick it up and you're like, oh, I kind of wanted it to look a little frostier, you could probably put the etch back on for like another minute, but I think it looks good. I'm just going to take this off. So I'm going to peel this off, okay? And it's looking awesome. Ooh, look at that, so pretty. And definitely an A+ on the drawer liner from the Dollar Tree. It works. That's pretty awesome. I'm going to have to share this on the Dollar Tree page because this is pretty cool. All right, and I had my doubts about it working on glass just because sometimes the vinyl doesn't stick as well to a surface like that, but it worked great. So I'm going to get my weeding tool, which is really my X-Acto knife because I still can't find my weeding tool. And I'm just going to take out my little centers here of my letters. Perfect. Perfect. Gonna keep going through here. So this turned out really well because sometimes with the etching it can be kind of scary especially like, you know, and it's easy to mess up. So if you guys do this for the first time and you mess up, please don't feel bad because like I said, I've messed up a lot of times on the etching where I probably wasted like $10 on glassware when I was doing my wedding stuff for a wedding party of 8 guys and 8 girls. So don't feel bad, okay, if you do mess up. It's always, you can always just go buy another cheap one. That's why I like the Dollar Tree. If you buy some there, it's only $1. If you mess it up, just throw it away or, you know, get a new one. So that's how it turned out. It looks really pretty. Woohoo! So excited to put all of my stuff in there. It's gonna be cool. Pretty. I got my little tea bags to put in there, which I will be doing, and then I will be taking a picture of this, of course, to post it. But you guys can even paint lids, make this look cuter, completely up to you. But it turned out really cool. It turned out awesome. Let me see if I can put this towel in there just to have all of my extra stuff in there. But just to maybe see if, you could probably see it better actually without the towel in it. So yeah, that's what it looks like. Turned out really cool. Woohoo! It's only for a couple bucks, and this etching, I mean, it's gotten me through, oh gosh, over 20 cups probably, because I mean, I screwed up some, and then I did this, and I still have a lot of it in there. It's probably about that full still. So I mean, it does last you, and this has been going since, hi Lainey, this has been going since probably couple months before September, I think, is when we started doing our glasses and stuff. So it's going a while. So I mean, it's worth it. It's worth the money that you spend on it, especially if you do a lot of etching. So pretty cool idea. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Aw, thank you, you guys. Let me go down here and just make sure I didn't miss anything. Harbor Freight has the best weeding tools. Yes. I love Harbor Freight. Like, I'm due to make a trip there. I've had so much withdrawal from Harbor Freight during this, and I need to go. And tomorrow, or maybe even today, might be my day, because I do have a craft list that I need to get for next week for you guys. So I might be going to Harbor Freight today. Just saying. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, you guys. Awesome. Thanks, Amy. Aw, I enjoy it. I am kind of somewhat of a teacher, I guess, on here. Thanks, Becky. Thanks, Alicia. Yeah, definitely, you guys. I did start, if you missed my video yesterday at the end of it, and it was kind of crazy yesterday, I did start an email. So I am going to attempt, I don't know how well it's going to go with me going back to work and stuff, probably in the next couple weeks, as long as everything goes back to normal with all this. I'm going to try to send out like a mass email. So the mass email will include my list, my schedule for that week, and the list of all the supplies you need for each project that week. So if you guys want to subscribe to that email, I put a link on my Facebook page, and I'm still going to post it on my Facebook page. So if you don't want an email, that's fine. You can always just go to the Facebook page and look. But you can sign up for the email, and it'll just be sent to your email of my list and all that kind of stuff. So be sure to share everything. That's all I ask from you guys, is just to share. I'm trying to build up my viewers and everything. You know, this stuff takes a lot of time, and you know, after buying everything, it does kind of take some money. So I don't make anything off of this, so as long as you guys share, that's fine. I don't mind. I thank you guys for that so much support and everything. So thank you. Well, thank you, Ellie. You too. Have a great weekend. But yeah, I will be sending that list out probably tomorrow. I don't have any craft plan for Monday. I don't usually on Mondays. But I will be sending out my emails on Sunday and Mondays, hopefully. Just depends. And the schedule right now is always subject to change, just because of, I don't know what my work schedule is going to be like. I'm not quite sure when we're going back. It's kind of just going to be like a last minute, I think, a text or a message from our boss saying, hey, I want you here these days next week. So if the schedules change, I will let you guys know. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I will be sending out the email and posting the schedule for next week very, very soon. I'm working on that now. Okay. All right. Thank you, Loretta. Awesome. Thank you, guys. We'll see you. Stay healthy and safe. Okay. Bye. Thanks for viewing.